Welcome to lessons 4 of our CapCut video editing series, especially effects and advanced editings. In these lessons, we are going to beyond the basics and diving deep into dynamic tools like keyframes, animations, chroma keying, slow motions magic, and stabilizations and cinematic colors effects. So let's make your videos looks like they were made in a professional studio right inside the CapCut. So let's open up the CapCut, and here we are in the CapCut. Keyframes are essential for animations or animating your clips. In CapCut, this allows you to create smooth movements like pen or zooms or the rotations. Okay, so the first step is what are gonna do. Let's import the new one, or we're gonna create with the new project. And what can we do? So now that we have the blank one, so let's import our the medias by clicking or going to the inputs over here. So let's say if I gonna go to, I have the difference of over here, or let's say we want to use these clips over here, and then just open it. Now we want to do, or I have the this one, and let's drag into the timelines over here. So now that here we have imported the video clips in our timelines, and we can do for the another one. If I gonna select it again, and we want to use into the timelines over here. So now that here we have the two clips, if I now play it, and now you can see it comes over like this way. And the first step is we want to zoom in on a subject. So for example, if I gonna select like or if I select from here, so tap the clips, and now scroll to the keyframes. Like we have this one, we have the keyframes over here. Okay, and also we can do, so place the first keyframes at the starts, or like here we have the original scale is 100. Now we're gonna do, so let's create this one over here. Let's create it, and the next thing is move timelines prior to the 3 seconds. So if I'm gonna click over until 3 seconds, and then tap to add another keyframes. Okay, so now that here we added this one, and now what can we do? We can easily use this one. Like if I'm gonna go to, let's make it the 1000 or the 100, or like the 200s over here for the example, or I'm gonna use it over here from here. And this is the pins, like the zoom ins like this way. Okay, so now this creates a natural zooms in that keeps your viewers focused. So like here, if I now play it, and you can now see it's zooming like this way. Okay, so and there we have it. Now let's move into, and also we're gonna pen left to right. So we can do, so let's select or add a keyframe to start, or we're gonna do, so let's select it over here, and let's use the here the add keyframes over here. And the next thing is we want to use the another one until the few seconds over here, like there's one. Let's use it, and now let's use slide to the right, or if I wanna go to over here, so let's select it, or what can I do? So let's use it over here, or what can I do? So let's position it. So let's select it over here. So from here, let's select it from here. So if you can now see it comes with the left to right like that, this way. Or you can just give here, if I want to say the 300. So now that you can see it comes over like this way. So now here you can see it moves like this way, so you can now see the positions over there. Okay, so now that if I now play it, so how it is comes, and it moves in the left to right over there. Okay, so and there we have it. And the next thing is, so let's move into the, or we're gonna use the spine animations. So we can do, so like here, if I'm gonna use it the spine animations, we can do it by selecting the keyframe, or over here let's go to the keyframes. And if I use something like from here, let's use the keyframes. And this times what can I do, so let's make it the animations over, or if I gonna go to like that this way. And now let's try to play it, so how it just comes with the animation we have set up like the this way. Okay, so and there we have it. Or what can I do, so let's select it over here. And what can I can just make it with the, or let's go with. And now that here we have the that's one. So now let's try to play it, so spinning animations over like this way. Okay, so and there we have it. And next up, let's use the green skins. And you also know the green skins also known as chroma key. This is perfect for replacing a green background with anything, cityscapes, breeze, or even an outer space or scenes. Okay, so for that, so let's go to add the another one. And if I gonna want to remove like the, or before that, so let's import the another clips over there. Okay, so we can do by going to the imports, and let's select it. And if I gonna use the green screens from here, then open it. Okay, and the next thing is we're gonna do, so let's use this one in green skins to the over here. And I want to work with these green skins. Okay, so and here we have the scales. And what can I do, so let's put it over here. And the thing is, we want to use, like we want to remove these green skins over here. And to do it, so taps to the green skins over here. And also we can do, so let's try to remove the green skins. And we can do by clicking over the remove backgrounds. And let's click on the chroma key. Okay, and select or tap to green colors like here, if you're gonna use for over here. And we want to use, let's use these colors over here. So now that here we have removed the these green skins over here. So if I gonna click over, now we don't have the green skins over here. Okay, or if you want to remove the specific colors, you can do like selecting the this one. And let's use the chroma key. And let's choose the color pickers. And if I gonna do it over here, what can I do, so you can easily select over. So if you want to remove from like the this one, if you want to remove it, okay, so it will be removed. So when you work with the this one, so but I don't want to remove the this one, so I want only remove the green skins from there. Okay, and also you can change the intensities if you want to use, like we have, or if I do have the this one, the shadows, you can use the this one, feather edges. So what can you do, so let's use it, clean up the edges. So now that here we are now changing like the styles over here. So now let's play it, so we don't have now the green skins from there. Okay, you can go to the intensity, also the shadows over there. And also CapCut, And now let's use slow down or speed up times using speed or speed controls. So this adds drama or emphasize key motions, and we can do. So let's go to, and if I'm gonna go to the this clips, and if I'm gonna now play it and make it the slow motions, or we gonna do, we can make it the faster. So if you want to use it, so for that, what can I do? So tap the clips and go to the speed over here, and now you can make it the more speeds, or like here you can now see we have the these speeds over here. So let's try to play it, and you can now see we have used it the two fast speeds over here. Let's make it the specific or over here, and we want to use the slow motions over here, and we can do. So if I'm gonna just play it, and you can now you can now see it says the slow motions over there. Okay, and reduce, if you want to use, so you can reduce the slowers, or you can make it the fasters, or let's make it the normal, or the normal speeds. Okay, so and here we have the there's one, or we can also just go to the here, or you can have the different speeds, or the options, like go to the curves, you can have the this one. So if you're gonna want to use over here, so let's select it, or what can I do? So let's make it the more speeds over here, so whatever you deserves, or let's make it over there. So if I gonna make it like the specifics one, so like that, there's one. So now let's try to play it over, and if I'm gonna play it, so this is the normal, this is to first over there. Okay, so and that's it, that we have used the speed in our uh, or in our video clips. And to make motions feel more natural, add the motions blur. So also add to fix shaky footage or subtilizations in your frames. Okay, and also to apply the motions blur, we can do by going to the, or tap the clips, and now go to the filters over here, or you can have the filters, and also search for the motions blur. So let's go to and type here the motion, or if I'm gonna say the motions blur. So now that here we have the different motions blur, and apply and adjust the motions blur. So if I'm gonna select it, and if I just apply over here, so let's try to work over here, and if I'm gonna use it, and now that here we have this motions blur over here. Okay, and you can adjust this one, the intensity. So if you're gonna want to use over here, so let's use it for the example, and if I'm gonna select it, and now that here we have these styles over there. Okay, so and great for fast camera pans, spines, or actions sequence. And also select, or you can do by going to the over here, you can also use the different styles over here, like you can use the shaky handles video, or you can do by using the video, or you can have the options to work with the, like let's go with, and you have the stabilize over here to choose the minimum or strongs over here. So if you selected the this one, and if I'm gonna use the minimum cards over here, so we have the this one, and you can now have the styles over there. Okay, and also what or want that Hulu to color grading. So CapCut's built-in filters the and effects helps create consistent and cinematic vibes. So we can do, so type your like the clips and choose the filters, or adjust the explore categories like retro. So let's go with, and if I'm gonna say the retro, like the this one. And now that here we have the difference of the retro, or you can use the cinematic or the stories, whatever you want. And if I gonna go to something like this one, and let's use it. And now that here we have the different one, so this is the retro one, and you can now see these styles over here. Or you can have just type the cinematic if you gonna want to use the cinematic like this one. And we have the styles over here. So for example, let's use it, and we're gonna want to use over here. So let's use it. So now that we have the different one, like the twilight is in there. Okay. And also choose filter, or you can use the tail and orange for move or movie styles from there. Or here we have the simple styles we have just created. Okay. So and that's we have it. And also we can do taps to the effects again. And we want to add also the lens flares from there, and we can do. So let's go to and just say the, or we're gonna have the lens blurs or over here. Or you can have the different options like with the edge glow or for visual styles. And now that here we have the this one, so whatever you want, so let's select it. The changes, you can find the changes over there, and you can have the intensity, so you can increase or decrease from there. Okay, so we have just unlock a whole new levels of editing powers from keyframes animations, and also the chroma or key to speed effects and cinematic grades. Okay. And another thing is, if you want to add here the video clips, you can easily do it. Like if I'm gonna go to the medias over here, and let's say we're gonna want to use like the over here. And what can I do? So let's use it. And now that here we have the styles over here, and what can I do? So let's fix it over here. If I'm gonna go to, and let's select it over here for the example. Okay, so now let's use it for the example. So this is kind of the, or I'm gonna just showing you. Okay, so for now, if I gonna now play it, so how it will comes over here. So now that here we have the this one, and you can change also, or you can move the same times over there. And so, and that's it. Wraps up lessons 4.